Hello everyone. Welcome to my YNR 24 spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kane surprises Phyllis. Chelsea and Adam are satisfied. According to Friday, October 10th spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman receive their roses, and Phyllis Summers is trapped in a precarious situation. Let's see what this amazing Friday cliffhanger program has in store. Take a risk. Chelsea and Adam used Newman Media to launch an expose on Kane Ashby on the Thursday, October 9th show. In order for Citizen Kane to accumulate his enormous fortune, Victor Newman had forewarned him that he would divulge the information about Colin Atkinson defrauding a woman of her fortune in Nice. What might go wrong? Soon we'll know. Fans will watch as Christine Blair and Danny proceed with their wedding preparations in the interim. If Phyllis Summers doesn't ruin it first, this will be the GC event of the year. Danny and Cricket arrange their wedding. They had to make a critical choice. Is it which of Christine's 3 bridal gowns to select? Cricket showed off the 3 dresses a few days ago, and fans were asked to vote for their favorite, which would be the one Christine wears on her special day. With the event quickly approaching, do you think Christine's inner bridezilla will surface? We have to admit that we are really excited for the November wedding, the second marriage of Danny and Christine. In the meantime, Phyllis Summers, the red-headed devil, finds herself in a difficult situation. According to YNR spoilers, she finds herself in a precarious situation, and we assume that this has something to do with her criminal accomplice, Citizen Kane. She was instructed to meet him at his choo-choo immediately on Thursday, October 9th. Is it related to Jill Abbott telling him to make amends with his children? How would Phyllis be involved in this, if at all? We believe that Red might lose again, and if that occurs, chaos will ensue. Don't forget to tune in and learn about Phyllis's extremely disappointing day. Melissa Claire Egan claims that Chelsea and Adam are facing a shocking turn of events. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson are in peril. Although everything is beautiful at the moment, Egan failed to mention that the honeymoon is coming to an end. Our fans, but most soap opera couples don't end up happily ever after. Let's examine in detail what these star-crossed lovers might be up to. Our lovers who have crossed paths are cohabitating and working together, which may spell trouble. Their little son, Connor Newman, is proof that they have a past. Victor Newman supports the romance as well. Although he first believed Chelsea wasn't suitable for his son, he did give Chelsea a position at the family business, Newman Media. Nevertheless, the pair has seen some minor setbacks lately, and even if their most recent reconciliation has resulted in intense love, Melissa Claire Egan hinted that trouble may be on the horizon. What is happening? The primary area of contention is that Adam and Victor are attempting to kill her ex-boyfriend, Billy Abbott. Chelsea finds it repugnant that they are pursuing him through Newman Media. Her desire for the men to fire Billy is well known. But with Victor in command, that won't occur. Chelsea is attempting to be a peacemaker in the ongoing conflict, Egan told Woman's World. Egan remarked, "You must keep in mind that she cheated on Billy after he literally saved her life on that roof. She has a lot of remorse about her guy pursuing her ex, who saved her life, but she wants to stand by Adam. It's challenging. Chelsea is feeling bad. Do you believe Billy is not deserving of Chelsea's respect? She is now with Adam. Thus her allegiance should be to him rather than her ex. Tell us, YNR fans, are you prepared for more drama between the two of them? Do you believe that their peaceful coexistence will not last for very long? An unsettling Friday ending that rocks Genoa City. The Young and the Restless Friday, October 10th episode is expected to provide viewers with what they want: heartbreak, controversy, fulfillment, and a hint of poetic justice. Genoa City survives on secrets, and on this fateful day, 3 stories simultaneously blow up: Kane Ashby's reckoning, Phyllis's humiliating fall, and Chelsea and Adam's euphoric high. Every sneer has an ulterior motive. Every smile conceals a secret, and there is a ticking time bomb waiting to go off behind every alliance. Rose go bold, Chatham. It all starts at Newman Media, the gleaming tower of secrets that has turned into the playground and battleground for Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman. Kane Ashby's public image and the entire enterprise he has attempted to restore after his father's most recent scam came to light could be destroyed by the shocking exposé the couple has been working on for weeks. The quiet before the storm. Chelsea is shown in front of her laptop at the beginning of the episode, with the cursor blinking on the last line of the article that would rock Genoa City's corporate community. She glances at Adam, who always has that recognizable sparkle in his eyes that indicates he's 3 steps ahead. It's finished, she murmurs. There is no turning back once this goes live. Adam flashes one of those tiny, menacing smiles that excite and frighten her. He responds, then let's make it live. Suddenly, Citizen Kane's reputation is destroyed with a single keystroke. Victor's caution completes a circle. Victor Newman had anticipated this, of course. Knowing who is about to fall has become the mustache's profession. And this time, he wasn't just warning Kane. Victor had challenged Kane at Society Weeks before, and the two men's conversation had sparked like a live wire. With a low, deadly voice, Victor had declared, "I know what Colin did in Nice. You have been absolving yourself of responsibility ever since you made money off of a scam. Never assume that I won't reveal you if you attempt to betray my family once more." When the exposé starts to gain traction, Kane's faith in his ability to outmaneuver the situation fades. The world is now aware of Kane's involvement in profiting from the stolen riches and his father's European swindle. He is now public enemy number 1 instead of Citizen Kane. The Red Devil in a tight corner. Phyllis Summers. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers gets caught up in yet another crisis she created herself in another part of Genoa City. The woman who has dedicated her life to self-reinvention has gone too far once more, and she might not recover this time. When fans last saw Phyllis, she was muttering about an urgent meeting with Kane while pacing toward the Grand Phoenix pub with her phone in hand. Red appeared cornered and panicked, 2 adjectives that are rarely used to characterize her. Kane isn't alone himself when she gets there. She yells, "I thought you said you wanted to talk privately." "I did," he responds with ease, moving aside. Jill, however, insisted on being present. "We all seem to have business to attend to." Phyllis goes cold. The grin on Jill Abbott's face says it all. The barriers are getting closer. Kane versus Jill Abbott, the final debate. Jill Abbott is a resilient lady who has never held back from expressing her rage when someone betrays her, especially if it's family. Jill has uncovered tidbits of information in recent days that connect Kane to the resurgent controversy regarding Colin's French wealth. It becomes evident that the two have been conspiring as she makes the connections between the bank accounts, the fictitious transfers, and Phyllis's dubious late-night visits. Like a razor, her voice pierces the atmosphere. "Kane, you're no better than your dad. Additionally, you," she gestures to Phyllis, "always end up in the middle of a tangle from which you are unable to escape." Never one to give up, Phyllis squares her shoulders. "Go check your own marriage records first, Jill, if you think you can lecture me about loyalty." It's a heated debate, the kind of traditional Y&R conflict that belongs in soap opera history. However, as tempers flare, Kane takes a last-ditch action that totally surprises Phyllis. High voltage in a position of compromise. Kane plays his card right when Phyllis believes she has the upper hand again. Across the table, he slides a tablet. There is a grainy but distinct footage on the screen. It depicts Phyllis and Colin meeting and exchanging a folder in Monaco months ago. "You claimed that you had never met him," Kane adds in a chilly tone. "But you appear to have lied." The color fades from her face. She stutters. "That's not what it looks like." Jill yells, "Oh, it's exactly what it looks like. Behind our backs, you were working with that snake." Phyllis tries to defend herself, like she always does, but she's surrounded for the first time in a long time. Kane has changed the course of events. Phyllis is now the target of a hunt. In the meantime, satisfaction deteriorates in the war of love. The party starts back at Newman Media. The exposé has gained widespread attention. As the city hums with responses to Kane Ashby's demise, Chelsea and Adam raise a champagne toast. Chelsea feels proud for the first time in weeks because she deserves this moment. "We succeeded," she informs Adam. "In fact, we accomplished something constructive together." He smiles. "All right, perhaps. But for the most part, we fulfilled our obligations." That sums up Adam Newman. Intelligent, ruthless, and practical. Chelsea, though, senses the evil that always hides beneath his bluster. The sound of the champagne glasses clinking is almost romantic. However, as is typical of Y&R, a storm is building underneath the surface. The honeymoon has ended. Friday's episode lays the groundwork for Melissa Claire Egan's recent hint that the honeymoon period is coming to an end. Guilt, secrets, and conflicting allegiances mar their happiness. Adam's grudge toward Billy Abbott has caused Chelsea to feel insecure. Despite her love for Adam, she is unable to ignore the moral decay that she sees re-entering his soul. She says, "We could have handled this differently, Adam. You could have made your point without destroying Kane." "Kane made his own decisions," he says icily. "We simply spoke the truth." She whispers, "You sound just like Victor," and the tension in the room immediately increases. That is the biggest insult to Adam. Chelsea is realizing for the first time just how far gone he may be. Candle memories, remorse, and shame. Later that evening, Chelsea sneaks off to the Grand Phoenix's rooftop terrace, where Billy Abbott saved her life. The wind, the fright, and Billy's reaching hand, dragging her to safety, are all vividly recalled. It was a turning point in time. She can now feel the consequences of her decisions as she surveys the city lights. She has always been in love with Adam, but she can't help but remember Billy's decency that evening and the amount she owes him. The sentence: she wants to support Adam, but she has a lot of guilt about her man going after her ex who saved her life, is repeated throughout the plot by Melissa Claire Egan. Chelsea's remorse is consuming her, and it has the potential to become the destructive factor once more. Crossed swords, the puppet master, Victor. Without Victor Newman tugging strings from the shadows, no Y&R power play is complete. Victor observes the mayhem from his Newman Enterprises office as the exposé goes viral. A slight grin appears on his face. Kane was never someone he really trusted, and that threat has been eliminated. Victor, however, is aware of the price of winning. She is not impressed when Nikki enters. "You seem happy with yourself," she remarks sardonically. Victor responds, "The right thing isn't always the nicest thing, my dear. How is your son doing? You are transforming him into yourself." Victor sighs. He doesn't protest for once. "He was me already," he utters softly. The following chapter of Adam's decline is hinted at in this terrifying statement. The breaking point of Phyllis. Phyllis's circumstances had deteriorated to the point of catastrophe at the end of the episode. The video is doing the rounds in Genoa City. After just a few trusted associates were informed about the confrontation by Jill, the rumors quickly spread. The woman who takes great satisfaction in outwitting everyone, Phyllis Summers, has been outwitted. She storms back to her suite, slams the door, and collapses against it in one of the week's most heartbreaking concluding scenes. She murmurs, "Someone changes the rules every time I try to win." Her cell buzzes. A message from an unidentified number. "You still have to pay for your actions in Monaco." Her eyes enlarge. "Cullen," she utters. Let the menacing piano chords begin. Dove, Christine, and Danny, the peace in the middle of chaos. For the time being, there is one area of quiet in Genoa City, while the rest is in flames. Happily oblivious to the mayhem going on around them, Christine Blair and Danny carry on with their wedding preparations. Christine can't decide between 3 bridal gowns, each of which symbolizes a distinct period of her life. Christine's choice is based on feeling, but social media fans are still casting their votes for their favorite. She informs Danny, "This isn't just about a dress. We need to rewrite our history." He whispers to her, "Then put on the one that feels like the beginning of something new." In Genoa City, love briefly seemed possible once more. Pure, unadulterated love. But that never lasts long, as all Y&R fans are aware. There is no world in which Phyllis would allow her ex-husband to remarry Cricket without a struggle, and her anger is only growing. The wedding in November might literally or symbolically burn down. Friday, cliffhanger. Fallout, fire, and fury. 3 threads intersect in a heart-pounding montage as the program comes to a close. When Kane finds out that the exposé has ruined his most recent business endeavor, he breaks his phone. Phyllis's reflection flickers in the flames as she burns a folder of incriminating paperwork. Chelsea wonders if she's resting next to her soulmate or her downfall as she watches Adam sleep. The last scene shows Victor whispering as he peers out his office window. There is always a cost to victory in this family. Play the credits. What's coming up in Genoa City? An exciting week ahead is set up by Friday's episode. Chelsea might confront Billy as a result of her remorse, which would rekindle an old flame and make Adam furious with jealousy. The demise of Phyllis might lead to a new partnership with Tucker McCall, who enjoys using desperate individuals as weapons. Kane's publicity might force him to enter the Newman versus Abbott battleground, perhaps as an unwilling friend of one side. The next major event to be ruined is Christine and Danny's wedding, and many are already speculating that Phyllis won't just ruin it. She'll blow it up. Concluding remarks. The Young and the Restless is still a titan of daytime drama after 50 years, and this episode captures everything that makes it so. Ambiguity in morality, romantic fixation, legacy family conflicts, and the eerie reality that there is always a cost to power. Even though Chelsea and Adam won today, Genoa City never seems to be satisfied. Though she may be cornered, Phyllis Summers, the eternal survivor, is most dangerous when she is in a dire situation. Regarding Kane Ashby, the game is far from finished. It's only the beginning. Because redemption and ruin are two sides of the same Newman coin in The Young and the Restless. And by the time the credits roll on Friday, someone will have lost everything they believed they had won. Make sure to keep up with all of the current events on The Young and the Restless. For the most recent Y&R news, spoilers, and updates, return frequently. Sit back and enjoy the greatest soap opera information available online.